and welcome everyone to the May monthly vibe. I am Janet. Namaste, and this month is a very, very swift one. And before going forward, I actually want to take a step back to really connect to what the month of April has set its foundation and how we are basically building upon that foundation to move forward. So, the month of April, we ended it off with this huge Scorpio full moon. And whenever there is a full moon, think of it like it's a moon, right? That it's closest to Earth. And right on the opposite of that is the sun. And the moon is a maternal energy, it's the divine feminine energy. And the sun is a divine masculine energy. And us being on the earth, in the middle, we or us as our souls and our bodies and our minds and spirit, we're right in the middle. We are actually feeling the energy of the sun and at the moon at the same time. That being said, that it was influenced by Scorpio. It was called, I think, the pink super moon. Scorpio is a planet in which where there's a lot of like esoteric knowledge there. And there's so many deep hidden secrets, and not secrets of like, of scandals or some sort of manipulative stuff or anything like that, but it's secrets of old wisdom. And sometimes there's fear that holds scorpions back. Now, mind you, I'm not an astrologer. This is all about the feeling of what happens cosmically, because we are all part of like different constellations, different planets. And when we were born, we chose the day that we were born. The constellations were according to a certain degree. Our planets were according to a certain degree, the time, the temperature, everything. So there's this GPS coordinates that work within us. And that being said, we are all part of the universe and we're influenced differently of bringing up certain emotions as these planetary influences do. They're the catalyst. So the Scorpio full moon brought up it, like, the moon is it builds up the tides, like, right, the tides rise with that, the water rises, and us being lymphatic, like we're major, like we're water, we're blood, we're made up of lymphatic system, that it rises up and it allows and brings all these thought forms into our mindset. Now, that being said, what happened was that there is also brought up a lot of shadow aspects of us. That the month of April was about stability also, and it was about tuning into your heart space and really speaking from your heart, and of really like letting go of the from the third chakras down from January, February, March, which was about fight or flight, and really tuning in of what it is and listening to your soul. What does my soul want to learn? What does my soul desire at this moment? What is my soul choosing? Today I had a session and someone was speaking about finding something, finding a love, finding a business partner, finding the right. But when we say the word finding, it's insinuating that it's not there, that we have to look for it and it's hidden. And that's the energy of Scorpio. It's like, oh my God, something is hidden. But when it's a full moon, it brings everything that is hidden inside of us onto the surface. And when it's out there in the surface, some is amazing, amazing, beautiful things, right? And other things may not be so pleasant, let's say, but it doesn't mean that it's bad. Everything is actually neutral. It's the way that we perceive and the way that our emotional impact of certain aspects of what had happened to us, the way that we react, and the way that we were socially, and I don't want to say programmed, but socially, what was projected as what we learned behaviors, some things of covert or overt that we've seen or experienced firsthand. So what Scorpio did, the full moon, it brought out shadow aspects of things of from our childhood, and we're always going to be forever children no matter what, 45, 55, 75. We're always going to be children of the universe. No matter what, we're always going to be kids. But it's about the maturity as we get older in human years, right, in the earth dense form, of how we utilize that wisdom. We always have a choice. Do we utilize that wisdom to stunt us and not step into our power? Or do we utilize the wisdom that we've attained since we were young and integrate it so we can pay it forward, utilize it as courage? Because what Scorpio full moon did was it brought up, and this was when I was in Miami. I actually just got back to back in New York, back home. I realized there was, it was nonstop. I actually had to extend my trip, and it was nonstop. Every day I was working, and I didn't sleep a lot, but I did ground every single day, because now that we are going into the month of May, because this was at the end of April, May is going to be very, very quick, because what this beautiful full moon did, it brought out all those things on the surface that whatever we dusted in the corner is now coming out. It's coming out, and it's with May energy, because it's Vata energy, it's wind energy. Allergy season is also coming up, like we're sneezing, our eyes are itching, because it's bringing things up from the surface. Why? In order to be cleansed away, not for us to take it all and and put it back into the corner. It's for us to really, face it once and for all. So what is going on at this moment is also of all these repressed emotions that we've experienced, with our personal relationship. And Scorpio is it's very sexual, it's a water element. It's very, and it's about, not just about like having the physical act of intercourse and sex. It's about intimacy and how we are, how much we're comfortable with of certain aspects within our bodies. Because now we're going into Taurus season in the month of May, and Taurus is all about the body. It's all about grounding. It's all about beauty. It's very earthy, and it's about being comfortable in our skin as well. But in order to be comfortable with our skin and really to be assertive and utilize that wisdom, we have to integrate all of these things. And it comes up, whatever is coming out, it's here to really to heal you, because whatever we repress is going to come up. Like what do they say? Whatever you resist will persist. And if you don't, even when it comes down to karma, even with certain relationships, people are like, oh, thank God, that is over. And I'm not talking about personal relationship. It could be a career. It could be, the past negative habits, whatever it is. But unless we truly, truly pass the exam, it's going to rear its head in another, basically another face or another body with a different mask or another situation that may appear, but it's the underlying issue. The universe has a great plan. It's perfectly orchestrated. Life is really happening for us. And in numerology, the month of May it has to do with Mercury. There's a lot of Mercurian, I don't know if that's a word. Astrologers, please help me. There's a lot of like Mercurian energy, which is all about thoughts, and it's all about the way we think and the way we communicate. And what is happening also is about being cognizant and being responsible with our speech. Now, today that we're recording, like we do these monthly vibes on the first Thursday of every month, today's energy is May 6th, 2021. So this equals numerologically number 7. And number 7 is the planet of Neptune. This is every single number has a certain stone associated with it, metaphysically, has a certain planet associated with it, and has a certain vibration. And us as a whole on the planet, we go through this particular vibration all together, as a collective. So the energy of Neptune is the energy of a fantasy or a dream come true. It's about idealism. And today is the perfect day where you can really go in within your soul and to ask yourself, because May 2021 is an initiation of a number 1. When you add the month and the year, that is the universal month. And the universal month, which is 5, right? That's the month of May, and 5 is 2021. That equals the number 1. So we get to initiate what it is that we wanted back, like, when we do our New Year's resolutions, of what it is that we wanted back in January, or what our soul desired, or what our soul needs, right? And that, it's what we desire, what we're ready to initiate and step into full force with the Neptunian energy. And this is today. So it's like, is it fantasy or is it a dream come true? So I'm here to tell you that I believe in miracles. And I hope you do too, because we're all miracles. Each and every single one of us, we're a miracle. I've experienced miracles firsthand. I've seen things, before me. And, when we look in our children's eyes, if you're parents, when we look in if you're a fur animal, and fur animal owner, or mommy or daddy, you look in their eyes and you see, you see God, you see source in those eyes. And that's miracle. It's all miracle. Even when you see how a flower blooms or how a seed becomes a fruit, these are all miracles. There's something there that with the mitosis of cells, but there's something grander. But the uniqueness of you and I, we are miracles, but we all have a specific gift on this planet. And it's to find our soul's essence and to share it, not to keep it hidden. So Scorpio's full moon, what it did at the end of April, it allowed us to get in tune with our hearts. And now going into the month of May, we get to speak our truth. Because if we don't speak our truth, the universe doesn't punish us. We punish ourselves. We sabotage ourselves when we don't realize the laws of the universe. So number one, if we're not on the right path, if it doesn't feel right, it isn't right. Use your intuition. Number two, if we're not on the right path, all of us collectively will have issues with our throat. Like we'll be like clearing our throat, or we will be grinding our teeth. Because at night, pardon me, my allergies, it's the month of May. What happens is at night, when we hold our stresses in throughout the day and we don't take time to pause in between the insanity sometimes of the day, because this month is going to be super fast with the wind energy. If we don't take time for self-care and for grounding, our body needs to release that stress. How is it going to do that? Well, we clench up. We're clenching up. So it happens in our joints, where we may feel pain in our joints, in our shins, in our knees, like all of these connectors, but also in our jaw area also, because there are things that are unspoken, and we're like grinding our teeth at night. It could be, and we wake up, sometimes we don't even know, and we wake up with a tension headache here. And the headache, which Mercury is all about the thoughts, right? If you're not utilizing those thoughts and grounding them in every single morning, especially the month of May, you're going to feel like all scatterbrained. Let me do this. Let me do that. Let me do that, like all over the place. But because this is a great time where you can get the most brilliant ideas. The universe is speaking to you loud and clear. When I tell you that there are things that are going to come out of the woodworks that you thought that you kept hidden, but I'm not talking about like anything frightening. I don't teach through fear. It's things that maybe like hidden talents that you were ignoring, and they're like, hello, wake up. Utilize it, write it down, make it doable, write it down. Once it's written down, then and only then you'll be able to tackle it. When it's in the mind, easy come, easy go, like that's what happens. So the theme that we're letting go of, by the way, is the theme of betrayal. And this is something that I had an aha moment for those of you that came live to the past life regression event in Miami. I'm like, oh my God, the theme was about betrayal all these years. And I'll explain when it began. It began in 2003. Okay? 2003 also, by the way, equals the number 5. And now we're in 2021, which is also the number 5. But I'll explain why we're getting this aha moment. So if you go back and you think, what did I do 2003? For me, I know I was like married for a year, blah, blah. Now I remember where I betrayed myself. It wasn't with my marriage, but it was with other things, with myself. and of not believing in myself in certain aspects. So we're going through at the end of May, which I'm going to go that's a word that I just made up. I'm going to go week by week and tell you what like the key points are for this month. But the thing is that we're going into eclipse season at the end of this month with another like I think it's called a blood supermoon with a lunar eclipse. And whenever we go into eclipse season, which is May, this is in the month of May, eclipses run with their families, okay? And they come every 18 years. And the families of the eclipses, and I'll explain how it works. The first is the lunar eclipse, which goes with that's going to go with the full moon at the end of May. And then in June, it lasts like 6 weeks. In June is the solar eclipse. The eclipses are the perfect time to declutter. It's about spring cleaning. And it's called, the family is called Saros, Saros. And Saros actually, I think, is a Greek word that I believe it's like 3600, I believe. And 3 plus 6 is 9. 9 is the end of a cycle, okay, in numerology. So, in 18 years, these families of eclipses run. So, whatever the eclipse was back in 2003, we are now mirroring it. But the wise are us, the ones that all of our stuff came out, that we could utilize that for our benefit, not to beat ourselves up, not to betray ourselves, not to get caught up in any limitations, but to honor our limitations, face them. There's nothing to fear. Everything, like the universe is conspiring for us, not against us. So 18 also numerologically is the ending. So Saros, the family of eclipses, they allow us like this at the end of this month, it's a cleansing time. It also, like whatever came out at the end of April is now like we're going to be decluttering our drawers. We're going to be decluttering our past traumas. We're going to be decluttering of things that we put underneath the rug. It's also about making important distinctions. Where did I sell myself short? Where did I dim my light to make somebody else feel better? You don't need to dim your light or anything like that. You go out there and you shine bright. You shine bright. Or sometimes we feel that if someone is speaking and they're at a low point and you want to be compassionate, what we sometimes do, it's the law of reflection. We mirror so they feel better. And we start, and I'm, as a therapist, I can tell you that this, we start connecting things. We start mind mapping of where it derives. I go right to the root because of the way I do it intuitively. But when we're speaking to our friends, to our coworkers, to our the people, our relatives, we don't want them to feel bad at times. And it's not about pity. We want them to know, hey, I went through that too. And we start explaining certain things that we already went over, but we bring it up so they feel better. Now, if you have gone through it and you're there with flying colors, why are you going back to that? You could just be there as a support, because sometimes, yes, it's wonderful to be there, if they ask, did this ever happen to you? And can you give me some advice? Because there's one thing of reading a book and you're just giving advice according to the law of blah, 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 relativity, this is what you do. But when you actually experience of what happens of the real life, like the school of life, then it becomes like where there's more authenticity. But know this, this is the month where, because things are going to be moving so quickly, that's a way that your power can be taken away. It's very interesting, unknowingly. So you can be there as a beautiful, like, leaning shoulder, have somebody lean on your shoulders, an open heart, absolutely 1,000,000,000%. But don't give out too much information unless asked, because this month it's about authentic speaking, but to speak your truth and do it with compassion and kindness. Otherwise, it's going to feel so rigid and so fast because it's very fast moving, like, super fast moving. So let's go, let's go into what's happening this month. So I have all my notes here. 1 second. All my notes are here. Everybody knows that I'm a big note taker. It's the teacher in me, the programmer in me. So right now, the beginning of the month, there was also this energy of where Pluto went retrograde. I think it was we were maybe 2 months in where there weren't any planets in retrograde, and now that Pluto went into retrograde, it's about transformation, but it pushes us out of the comfort zone again and pushes us to grow. And if you caught my live yesterday with Vic, you can catch it on IGTV. I speak about the energy of 555, and it's about, that growth is optional, right? But change is inevitable. Or maybe, no, change is, I think I just butchered that quote completely, that change is inevitable and growth is optional. That's it. That's it. And it truly is, because we're constantly changing. I'm not the same Janet I was 2 minutes ago. Either are you. We're constantly evolving. And if we don't evolve, then it's a little bit boring. We just stay in that comfort zone. I'm not saying like to go on crazy adventures, but when we step out of our comfort zone, because this month is about fun. It's about laughter. It's about finding that inner kid within you, but ground. Taking that brilliant ideas that you have and putting it into action. And you don't have to do a billion things at the same time. Top 3 things, write them down, write the top 3 limitations, and really honor that limitation. What was it inside me, that voice of judgment that I was limited by? Where did I first, hear that? Of, let's say, I'm not good enough, or I can't do that, or it's where did it first derive from? Because remember, this is where childhood wounds are coming up. We have to work with it. You get a chance to do it. So now, this week, actually, it was a power day yesterday, like amazing power day. And this was, it was really like of utilizing your voice, and the answers come from within, no matter what. Like that was that energy. And it was about, it was also Venus energy. Today is about Neptune. It was about Venus. It was balancing the yin and the yang and being really like in tune. Like the angels, the guides are telling us, like, be in tune with what you say. If you haven't taken my numerology course, let me know. Like, it's something where you can learn about different patterns as well, and how different, how angels and guides in the universe speak to you through numerology. So 555, which was yesterday, was all about, it was a powerful energy, and it was about being the catalyst. Now, this Sunday, I have to say, 5/9 is Mother's Day. So those of you that are mommies, happy Mother's Day to you. Now, the following week, so May 10th, which is next Monday, we begin a week where it is the final Master Day. What is the Master Day? It's when you add all the numbers up and it equals an 11. And whenever numerologically there's an 11, it's us walking into the portal. Like, think of think of 2 pillars and you're walking in, or, a gate, and it's a beautiful gate with a trellis, however you choose, and you get to walk in. And this is the last Master Day, I think, until October. So this is the one in the spring, and then there's going to be one in October. So then we're going to have around the following day, depending on where you are in the hemisphere, or the south, the north, around between the 11th and the 12th of May is going to be where there's going to be a micro new moon. And whenever it's a new moon, it's all about new beginnings, to write down of everything you choose to be liberated from, and how you're going to step into your courage. Because this is the month of liberation. It's about enjoying your presence, enjoying really of who you are, and having fun with it, Then we have eclipse season that begins. which I actually love. You know, I really hope that my husband gets the memo because I need to clean out that garage. During COVID, it became a storage facility for fashion. So I hope he gets the memo of clearing things out. But anyway, so this is where it is the pre-eclipse season, and it's not just about clutter and things like that. You can take certain tangible things, clothes, give it to charity. It's the month of kindness, of giving and giving and giving without fearing that you're going to be shortchanged. Because this is like it's an Earth Angel month, which is May is an Earth Angel month. We're going to want to fly, but the thing is when we fly, we need to be light. Birds don't carry like backpacks with rocks on them. They don't. They're very light, you know. So I want you to really picture. You see, look, here are my wings. I want you to picture, you know, like just being very light, you know. Feel the levity underneath the wings, because we are the month of April was about opening up the heart. And when the heart opens, our wings open, you know, our wings open. And then, you know, number 5 is now we get to fly. You know, we have that, we know who we are. We start loving ourselves. And then number 5 allows us to be confident in it, and allows us to clear out of even those negative mishigas that you say to yourself that's in your mind all the time. Like, you know, should I not? Could I not? You know, all of these should I, could have kind of stuff. And I don't know is normally a no. This is about trusting your intuition, truly. And ask yourself before you say anything to anyone, will this raise their vibration? Or if I say something to them, will I be betraying myself? Like, what is the intention behind the words? Because we're here together collectively. We're all one. We all want the same thing. We all want to be loved and to feel supported and to support one another. And some people are more comfortable in giving certain aspect of giving advice, of giving gifts, of giving, instead of asking and receiving, because of their fear of rejection, whether it be because of certain things in their childhood. Maybe they didn't get the love or attention from a parent or an older brother or a friend or something like that, whatever it may be. But all of it, it's impactful. As children, we're sponges. We absorb everything. And then we start thinking, is there something wrong with me? So all of this eclipse season is going to allow us, especially when it's the first lunar eclipse, which is it's going to be at the end of the month. This is really about decluttering all of the false projections that maybe other people projected on you. It wasn't even your truth. It had to do with them. It had to do with them. So really, you know, act with discernment. The next thing is, so that's the pre-eclipse, by the way, pre-eclipse. And you're going to feel it. And you feel the pre-Mercury retrograde also. So I'm having issues with my platform. You know, I don't think I'm the only one on this planet Earth that's having issues with technical stuff. This is what happens when Mercury goes in retrograde. Mercury is going to go into retrograde at the end of the month. The shadow phase is at in the middle of the month, like May 14th, 15th is the shadow aspect of Mercury retrograde. What does it mean when Mercury goes into retrograde? Well, when Mercury goes into retrograde, it has to do with even of our speech. Make sure that you check your email before hitting send. Make sure that you read in between the dotted lines, or in between the lines, you know, dot your I's, cross your T's. And also it allows us to be responsible with our speech. The whole month of May. You can't orchestrate this even better than, you know, what Source is doing. It's pretty amazing. So this is now, there's going to be technological, sometimes hiccups. Be patient. Because in May, we're going to be, I want to do this. It's like this push. It's wind energy. The most important thing is to ground. Just be patient. You know, everything is going to get done, no matter what. When the people actually who get their shit, I don't know if I could say that on YouTube or whatever, get their stuff done, by the way, and they do it very well, are the ones that are a little bit slow paced, okay? Not the multitaskers, not the ones that, you know, I'm guilty of it too. I'm throwing in laundry, cooking soup, and while all this is happening, then meditating, and I'm doing the sessions, sometimes. But I'm with you when I'm doing the sessions. Yet there are things in the background also. I don't live in the Himalayan mountains and have, servants or people working that we're all together. No. We're on this planet Earth to work, but also to find our gifts and to give it away. It's not just like, it's finding our passion in our work, our dharmic purpose. This is the month. This is the month of finding that dharmic purpose and speaking up. So when Mercury goes into retrograde, the pre-shadow phase, there may be some technological stuff which is teaching us patience, my darling. Patience. So then what happens? Let's see. Saturn goes into retrograde. Oi, oi, oi. I'm not going to say anything else about it. All right, I'll tell you, fine, because I'm ruled by Saturn. I'm a Capricorn, and I have a Sag moon. But this is Saturn is all about responsibility. So here with the eclipse season of everything coming out, they're going to be like with the spotlight on you. Hey, Miss Janet, where have you been irresponsible? And you're like, oh shoot, I thought I wasn't responsible. My God. Well, I know for me, actually, by the way, it's with paperwork. I hate paperwork. I don't like it. So sometimes I don't even open up mail because it's just, I hate even, I'm like, they're wasting paper. My husband's like, you have to open it up. So this is what Saturn is teaching us when it goes into retrograde, which is going to be around the 22nd of May, which is also a number 4 day. It's about responsibility. There's Uranus energy that's in there. Uranus is the planet of unpredictability. By the way, it could also be like different weather patterns may happen. It may feel like a shift, but it also teaches us about acceptance. And accepting what? The fact that you have to be responsible. Pay your freaking debts, okay? Pay, not just financial debts, okay? Emotional debts. Remove the aspect, because what's going to happen, the ego is going to be inflated, and the energy of righteousness may come in because we're doing things fast, and entitled. Well, if I did this, and I did this, and I did this, and you go into the doors of deserving. No, we choose. We absolutely choose. So this is very important when Saturn goes into retrograde to really honor in of the responsibility that was given to you. Even with credit cards. I know like Louise Hay, this is not my quote. This is like from her, I don't know if it's you could heal yourself or it has to do with prosperity. She said, the source, the universe, gave you credit cards because they trusted you enough that you're going to pay it back. Okay? And you have to pay it back. Otherwise, interest grows. This is what's going to be coming out because it has to do with your value. How much do you value yourself? So you don't need to pay everything off. But a little bit at a time. Do something that is your gift. Put it out there and have an exchange of some sort of values and put a little bit in there so you start like building up the confidence muscle so you can give it away. Now, at the end of May, which is around Memorial Day weekend, I cannot believe it's Memorial Day weekend already. Oh my God. My son is graduating middle school in a month. This is insanity. Oh my God. Memorial Day weekend. What are we doing? We're not partying it up, or maybe we are. But I want you to have fun this month, but do it very responsibly. Remember, be responsible and enjoy life, but responsibly. At the end of May is when it's going to be that super full moon, total lunar eclipse. Oh my God, that was a mouthful. And this is where you get to reset. And pardon me, what we did in 2003, remember the family comes back in 2021, which is 18 years. We have to go back to 2003 and say, what is it that I want to refine? So you get to refine your visions now in 2021 at the end of May, the way that you would like it to be. Because, you're using now spiritual discernment. You're using the wisdom that you have attained and acquired with earthly and spiritual lessons. So it's the time of integration. So I think we are good with the monthly forecast. So just a few tips. Write the things down, you journal of what it is that of your limitations. Honor them. You don't have to do all. You can do just the top three. Honor them, because during the eclipse season, first we have the lunar eclipse, right, which is going to be at the end of May, and then I think around in the second week of June or June 10th. I think I wrote it down. 1 second. I think it's June 10th. I don't have it written down here, but it is around June 10th, something like that, where there's a solar eclipse. So now the divine feminine, which is the lunar, it's going to be, kind of like, taking, like, it's like a turkey baster, taking all of the emotions out. So we get to clear out with trying to, be objective about it. Now that you have this little tidbit, you don't need to really, you don't need to get paralyzed by it. Even if it was something really impactful, honor it. But you've survived and you're much better for it. And the world needs you. And then we're going to have in June, it's going to be the solar eclipse, which is masculine energy, where now you're being like fed the solar energy. So you get to integrate all that you have, like it's almost like it solidifies everything, all that you've cleansed out. So now the sun, like sometimes we want to go outside in the sun to get charged by the sun, right? It allows us to, we feel really good in the sun, even though, make sure you use sunscreen, by the way. But it allows us to, the vitamin D that we get from it, but it also makes us feel good because it's masculine energy. It's the initiator. And the month of May is about initiation. Remember, 5 May and 2021 is also a 5. So Mercury then officially goes into retrograde at around Memorial Day weekend, around the 29th and the 30th. And it is important to be very pay attention to details. Just pay attention to details. Act with maturity when you speak. Act with emotional maturity. Act with, utilize clarity and focus. So discernment, write the limitations, write your goals that you'd like to achieve, pay off certain debts that are going to come up, be objective of whatever comes up, and just really lead with an open heart and make connections, because this is the month where the more you invest in your spirituality, and I'll explain, in classes and whatever, if it feels right, you find that teacher, you find that class, then do it. Because people say, well, when I have time, I'm going to start meditating, or when I have time, I'm going to read that book, that inspiring book. Well, the reason why you don't have time is because you're not doing it. Like, you can't tell me that you don't have time. When people tell me they don't have time, I'm like, okay, this is not going to jive with me. Because it's that it just doesn't, it's about what you choose to create time for. And spirituality is your own truth. It's not a religion. It isn't like, it is your own truth. And being alone with your truth, it's actually a beautiful thing. Because God created you in perfection, and the truth of you is perfection, and you got to share it. So definitely be aligned with that. Tune into spirituality. Join whatever feels right, because it's all about community and honesty. So we are going to now go into our meditation, and so just make sure that you are comfortable. We went a little bit over, and it's okay, because the month of May, there was a lot of stuff going on, and just wanted to make sure that we do everything in integrity, and whatever was meant to be channeled in is. So make sure that you are in a quiet place, and take a deep breath in, and close your eyes. I'm just going to put on my music in the background, and I'm going to shut off my camera. Make sure that you are muted. And if you're doing this on video, like if you're going to be watching the replay, you can do these meditations as many times as you wish. And you're just going to focus on my voice. And close your eyes, breathing in the energy of unconditional love. and exhaling out anything that no longer serves you. And this is the month of May meditation, where we're tuning in to our communication, to authenticity, to our power. Going deeply within. With each breath that you take, honor it. Breathing in love, clarity, communication, and exhaling out any fogginess, any toxins, any worries, any tension. Relax your head and your neck. And allow your shoulders to just drop from gravity. Relax your throat and the back of your head. Awakening the vagus nerve. Balancing out the parasympathetic and sympathetic and autonomic nervous system that gets activated in the month of May, and just balancing it all out, going all the way down this beautiful breath, down your back, relaxing your clavicle, your chest, your lungs, your solar plexus, and relax now your sacral, giving honor to trust, trusting yourself. As the relaxation now moves down both thighs and into your knees, igniting any projections that you may have absorbed knowingly or unknowingly from your mother on the left side of your knee and your father on the right knee. Just gently breathe into that space. Now going down both shins. And your calves, relaxing your entire, all of the muscles of your legs, unwinding. And allow yourself to go even deeper. And now visualize the most beautiful blue light. It could be any color blue that you choose, because blue is the color of the month of May. It activates Mercury. It balances out communication. And it could be filled with the scent of peppermint or chamomile. So this beautiful light, awakening your senses, this amazing light. It feels like this beautiful cascade of healing energy entering the top of your head, your nervous system, glowing beautifully in the light, your jaw. And this beautiful light not only goes inside this beautiful blue light, it soothes any inflammation that was in your mindset or in your lymphatic system. Allow that beautiful blue light to go down your throat area, down both shoulders. As you go deeper and deeper in relaxation, and it flows into your neck, again into your chest, relaxing all the muscles and the nerves, going down your shoulders, your arms, your fingertips, your nails, your back, in this beautiful spiral fashion, overlapping any place that it may have missed, allowing the back of your shoulders, allowing your wings to fly, allowing yourself to just soar and see things from a vantage point, honoring your life and your voice. And it goes all the way down your back, surrounding you. Just continue focusing on my voice. And any other noise just will deepen your level even more. And the light flows into your stomach and abdomen, your heart, your hips, both legs, surrounding you, completely going down, down to the bottom of your feet. Next, visualize the beautiful light coming in through the bottom of your feet, spiraling up, overlapping any places that it may miss. But it goes about 12 inches on both sides in a cyclical fashion around your auric field, protecting you. Going all the way up, connecting to the cosmos, connecting to the power of your voice. Now I'm going to count backwards from 10 to 1, and you're just going to relax. 10, 9, 8, going deeper and deeper with each number back. 7, 6, 5, deeper and deeper and deeper. 4, 3, so peaceful, so relaxed, so calm, so beautiful. 2, and 1. And in this beautiful state of relaxation, of Zen, allow your awareness to become vast below and spacious above, boundless, eternal on both sides. And just float there like this open sky, this beautiful, beautiful angel of all awareness. And while you're in this beautiful state, visualize the blue light igniting within you in your lower spine by your tailbone. And as you inhale, think of it like this beautiful light going up. It's like this oil that removes inflammation, that removes any false beliefs, eradicates any limiting beliefs. As you inhale, going up your back, hold the breath up as it goes on to the top of your head, all the way to the top of your 7th chakra. And exhale it going down the front of your body, making a full orbit. This beautiful blue light, visualize it, feeling light, and the energy is building up. And let's try one more time. Going up your spine, breathing in this beautiful, beautiful blue electric light, going up your spine, holding your breath for a moment before exhaling, going all the way down the front of your body. And one more time. You can visualize like a conveyor belt or a chain, whatever it may be. We're now going to go again, going up your spine, breathing in this beautiful energy of healing, of igniting your truth, holding it, And slowly, slowly breathing down the bottom, going all the way to the bottom. And one more time, going up your spine, holding your breath, and breathe out as we're going down. And now I want you to visualize something that was limiting you when you were a child, anything, and visualize that situation or a certain symbol or metaphor that reminds you of that moment. And I want you to picture a box, a beautiful box, and you take the situation, the person, the thing, and you put it inside the box. And it was something that was limiting you for a very, very long time. And what you're going to do, because now we have the conveyor belt moving, this energy channel, you're going to put it back on the lower back. And it may take a little bit of time to breathe it up, but that blue electric light is very powerful. It's connected to the energy around you and within you. And take that situation or person or incident, put it on that beautiful belt. I don't want you to think about the situation or the person, nothing. We're not going to solve, we're just going to allow it to disappear as we go up the orbit with the box, moving along the path, breathing up, may take longer, and going down the front of your body. You're doing it. Inhaling, going all the way up, just pausing, and exhaling, going down. Let's do it a few more times until it dissipates and disappears. Breathing up and exhaling, going down. Breathing up this beautiful energy, this energy of that what is originally murky or dark, as it gets lightened in color, breathing down. It's at the bottom of your tailbone. Once again, breathing up. Just go slow and enjoy. Don't think, don't analyze. And exhaling, going down the front of your body. We're going up the back, holding. It's disappearing now as it goes down the front, all the way down to the tailbone. Going up the back and down to the front of the tailbone. And now it's completely gone. That limitation is completely gone. And I want you now to focus on your heart space now. And you're ignited with this beautiful blue energy of the month of May, connected to Mercury, connected to clarity. And you could utilize this particular energy, this particular meditation as many times as you wish, putting whatever you need in the magical box and allow it to disappear. And now, connecting to your heart, bring your awareness to your heart as you put your left hand over your heart and your right hand over your heart. And now connecting to the energy of courage, liberation, and a promise of what you choose to step into with grace. And I'm going to count from 1 to 3, getting you back to this moment. 1. Bringing your awareness back. 2. Honoring all that you've experienced. And 3. Whenever you're ready, you can open up your eyes. Put your hands in prayer position. May you have a beautiful month of May. May you be blessed. May you use clarity and discernment. May you honor your truths. May you know that you are loved. And until next time, I love you. Have a blessed May.